The secret weapon of the S26 might be a crucial security feature exclusive to Pixel. There are indications that Google's AI-powered scam detection may eventually break its Pixel exclusivity for Samsung's forthcoming flagship. Scam detection is one of Pixel's biggest features. Scam detection, which debuted with the Pixel 9 series, alerts consumers to suspected scams as they happen. This applies to chat apps, text messages, and phone conversations. Scam detection has only been available on Pixels thus far. However, it appears that this restriction may soon be loosened, probably beginning with the next S26 series. Although scam detection is available on a number of Pixel phones, its functionality differs slightly between generations. We found clues in the phone by Google app version 206.0857,916,353 that Google is working to add scam detection to the Samsung Galaxy S26 series, which might be the first non-Pixel phones to acquire the capability. In the Google Dialer app, we spotted references to what seemed to be S26 series model numbers. In this example, the S26 is projected to be SMS 942, the S26 Plus to be SMS 947, and the S26 Ultra to be SMS 948. A number of Pixel devices, including the Pixel 9 series and the Pixel 10 series, have their model numbers included alongside their codenames. Sharpie, the codename for scam detection in the Google Phone app, is stated in the final line of the code extract as seen. The S26 series may contain on-device Gemini Nano for scam detection, just like the Pixel phone stated. Having said all of this, we have a strange issue. The Google Phone app is not bundled with Samsung Galaxy phones. Rather, the pre-installed default dialer is the Samsung Phone app. The Google Phone software may be downloaded from the Play Store, installed on Galaxy phones, and set as the default dialer. However, since it would be labeled as a user app rather than a system app, we're not sure if this will give it all the rights required for scam detection to function. It is uncertain if Samsung would remove the Samsung Phone app and make the Google Phone app the default dialer on the S26 series. In order to better support RCS features, the firm migrated from Samsung Messages to Google Messages in 2024. Hence, there is precedent here. This decision made some sense because Google Messages used Google's own Jibe servers, but Samsung Messages depended on carriers to allow RCS. However, Samsung has less motive to make the adjustment because there is no corresponding requirement for the dialer software, unless Google is making the bargain sweeter by letting the S26 series phones into this exclusive club, as it looks to be. This function or modification has not been published by Google or Samsung, and it is uncertain if it will be available on the S26 series at all. As we find out more, we'll keep you informed. Everyone, even those who aren't fans of foldables, is now anticipating Samsung's future Galaxy S flagship after the company's new foldables were announced in July. If Samsung follows its regular launch plan, the S26 series will be released in early 2026. Additionally, it might offer 4 models at once rather than just 3 next year. The S26 Edge might be that 4th model. However, depending on how well the S25 Edge succeeds in the market, there are reports that the Edge version could take the place of the Plus model. Since the S25 Edge isn't performing well, according to multiple publications, we're now believing Samsung may produce 4 models. The replacement of the base model with the Galaxy S26 Pro, which is believed to have a slightly larger 6.27-inch display and a 4,300 mAh battery, 300 mAh more than the S25, could be another change. New Snapdragon and Exynos TPUs will be part of the Galaxy S26 specifications. There are limited facts known about the S26 specifications. New electronics inside the hood are a certain boost though. Globally, the Galaxy S26 Ultra and S26 Edge will probably be powered by the successor to the Snapdragon 888. The S26 and S26 Plus in the US, Canada, and China will undoubtedly be powered by the same Snapdragon CPU. We anticipate that Samsung will employ an Exynos chip for these devices wherever else. It's unclear though if Samsung will partner the S26 with the Exynos 2600, which it is developing on a cutting-edge 2 nanometer node, or the Exynos 2500, which made its debut in July with the Z Flip 7. Samsung will supply 256 gigs of storage and 12 gigs of RAM as standard, regardless of the chip. There should also be 512 gigs and 1 TB storage options. We expect Samsung will make the 16 gigs RAM and 1 TB storage edition of the S25 Ultra more widely available with next year's Ultra model. Currently, this variation is limited to a few markets. With the S25 Ultra, Samsung introduced a higher resolution ultra-wide camera with a 50 megapixels sensor rather than a 12 megapixel sensor, while the S24 Ultra offered a new 5x long-range zoom camera. Although Samsung improved the 10 megapixels front camera to a 12 megapixels one in 2023, the base and Plus Galaxy S handsets have had the same rear camera setup for several years. Will the S26 series eventually bring about this change? It doesn't appear to be the case though. The S26 and S26 Plus will still have a 50 megapixels resolution even if Samsung is changing the primary sensor. Furthermore, it's uncertain if the zoom and ultra-wide cameras will be updated. Indeed, a stunning revelation suggested that Samsung won't deliver significant camera enhancements until the S28. There's a strong possibility that next year's lineup won't include any big camera advances, even if Samsung doesn't wait that long. Given that Samsung already pushed the envelope by providing the S25 Edge a 200 megapixels primary camera, it is probably especially true with the S26 Edge. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates. Goodbye and peace out.